Fox 31 Sports with Andrew Schnitker.
All right, welcome back. Well, it's almost that time of the year. Everybody's charged up and waiting. Tomorrow night, kind of unofficially kicking off, but the real big kickoff is Saturday, you know, when most of the teams play their first games in college football. Let's talk about ASU, Albany State. Of course, playing a team that they got beat out of the playoffs last year.
And they didn't just get beat. They got soundly beat.
Yeah.
63-14 is the tune of that loss.
That's a little tough.
It's a little steep, right? It's a little steep. So now they've invited that team back to Albany after having to travel there and getting pretty much embarrassed. And I think that they're a motivated group for it. The quarterback situation still is unsolved. They have 2 quarterbacks, which in my opinion means you have 0 quarterbacks. And I think that Coach White kind of agrees with me there. But they're going to rotate them in, and I think we'll find out really what both of them are made of this week. And I think that they are prepared for this team, and I think they're excited to kind of redeem themselves back on the home turf and get
both
going.
of these quarterbacks, are they similar in nature? Or is one more of an option quarterback, or are they both about the same?
Well, you're going to see one's a Florida Atlantic transfer, David Cooey, which is a Division I program, and he can step back and throw the ball around, and I think that you're going to see him more often starting out, and then Keenan Grissett is more of a running style quarterback, but he can also throw it as well. So I think that I would expect Cooey to get the first team snaps only because Grissett's been injured right now, and so I think he's got a little bit of an advantage. But we'll see once the season goes. I don't think you can go a full year rotating in and out. You're going to have to make a decision, and I think they want to make a decision. They're just not sold on either one yet.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, first game and get some home cooking, and maybe they can take that team out.
7 o'clock Saturday night at the ASU Coliseum, so it should be a good time.
All right, should be a good game. Now let's talk about some important football here. We're going to pin you down here in a minute, Andrew.
Yeah, okay.
We're going to talk about the SEC. Let's kick it off.
Well, what we were talking about with the season officially kicking off tomorrow, one of the best games is South Carolina and Vanderbilt. And to see if Vanderbilt with Coach James Franklin can improve another season, if Aaron Rodgers' younger brother, the quarterback over at Vanderbilt, Jordan Rodgers, if he could have enough time to toss the ball around, and so I'm kind of I'm hoping that Vanderbilt can keep it close with South Carolina.
There's some crazy pictures of that young man on the internet.
There are. Maybe we should pull some of those up sometime. I don't know.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Now, with that said, I think I'm leaning towards South Carolina in that game.
I would lean towards South Carolina in that game, but I will tell you that I think NC State will beat Tennessee on Friday night. And I think that Clemson beats Auburn on Saturday because I'm not sold on Auburn. I think they're one of the worst teams in the SEC West.
Wow.
And I even think Mississippi State's better than them.
Excellent.
Is that a diss, or is that a?
I like your thinking. Okay. I like your thinking.
Okay, I don't know.
Because the following week, second week of the season, we get Auburn at home this year. So.
Well, the reason I say that is they're starting Kyle Frazier, who really hasn't proven anything with his arm. But and they're changing up the offense. They're really taking the running game out of his hands. And so he's got to throw the ball more, and I don't think it's going to be successful when he's a drop-back passer. I think Auburn's going to struggle under new offensive coordinator Scott Loeffler. So I think there's some problems brewing in Auburn.
Yeah, a lot of times you lose that coordinator, and a lot of times you lose your focus on what you have been so accustomed to.
Especially when you have someone like Gus Malzahn, who was a coordinator in that offense before.
Yeah, he was a good one, too.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about SEC East first off. Who do you think's going to win that?
That one's easy. Particularly because Henry Josie, the running back from Missouri, got injured, and he's out for the year. That changes the complete game against Georgia and Missouri. I at first thought Missouri was going to win that game. Now Georgia was going to roll because Missouri is one-dimensional on that side of the ball. Georgia will win that game. They may lose one game all year, but I could easily see them going undefeated all the way into the SEC championship because of the cupcake thin schedule. On the SEC West, you got to go.
So you're taking Georgia in the East.
You're taking Georgia in the East.
Okay, I'll take South Carolina in the East.
You take South Carolina in the East. Okay.
Lattimore changes everything.
That is true. That is true. And then I also have Alabama on the western side. I think LSU just gets hurt in the special teams just a little bit too much.
Okay.
And I have Georgia winning. I have Georgia playing in the national championship, actually, if we want to go that far. Yes.
Wow, okay.
It's perfect.
Well, with that said, defense.
Yeah.
We know Georgia's got the defense this year, and with decent quarterback play, you never know, I guess.
Well, what are you missing on that side? You got 10 defensive starters. You got a solid quarterback. I don't think there's any problems with that.
It's kind of different prediction from you than I was expecting.
No,
but
you got to go outside the top 5 for a national champion.
All right, well, I'm going to go with the national champion of Oregon this year.
Okay, well, that's right at the top 5 as well.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think Mariota, if he stays at quarterback, I think he's the man.
All right.
All right,
We'll
now let's turn it over from the man cave on over towards the celebrities and all their antics with Kelly. She's got the buzz. Kelly?